What if Joe Biden was secretly working towards ensuring that North Korea goes back to becoming a subservient lapdog of China? His approach to the geopolitics of the Korean Peninsula suggests so. In fact, the new administration of the White House can be credited with having the most messy, haphazard, and debilitating Korean policy. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanveer Singh, and in this video we'll be explaining to you how Biden is working to undo all the gains made by Trump to bring peace to the Korean Peninsula, and how South Korea is snubbing the United States on a daily basis ever since Biden took charge. Great leaders do not consider their petty political gains. They look towards the greater good of the humankind at large. While Trump, with his path-breaking peace talks with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, made consistent efforts to find an amicable solution, Joe Biden seems more inclined towards demonizing the North Korean regime and lambasting it with sanctions. However, this will be disastrous for the region in the long run. South Korea, on the other hand, has made it clear that it will not welcome any change in the Trump-era foreign policy approach. As per a Reuters report, South Korea's point man on North Korea said on Wednesday that the United States should flexibly enforce sanctions aimed at curbing Pyongyang's nuclear programs to revive denuclearization talks. Lee In-young, South Korea's unification minister in charge of inter-Korean affairs, said that reinforcing sanctions may not be the key to bringing North Korea back to the table, and the reason cannot be clearer. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump agreed to work towards the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula at the first summit in 2018, but a second summit and subsequent working-level talks fell apart. However, it was a good icebreaker and led to considerable contact and communication between North and South Korea. This also jeopardized the monopoly China had vis-a-vis North Korea and weakened its position as the channel of communication between the Western democracies and the North Koreans. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in for quite some time is making it known to Biden that Seoul would continue to follow Trump's policy and as an ally would expect the USA to do the same. Recently, Moon even asked Biden to hold dialogue with North Korea and build upon the progress made by Trump and Kim in their first meeting in Singapore. In the Singapore meeting, Kim and Trump had agreed to foster new relations and work towards denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. On the other hand, the North Koreans have understood the change in the US foreign policy and have again gone back to their old ways. Pyongyang is making it amply clear to the rest of the world that it is ready to help contain China, provided that North Korea is allowed to remain a nuclear power. Kim vowed to bolster his country's nuclear deterrence during a ruling party meeting. At the same time, he spoke about fixing North Korea's economy. Kim Yo-jong, the North Korean Supreme Leader's influential sister, has been demoted following her unruly remarks about South Korea. However, as the Biden administration tries to undo the efforts of Trump, North Korea will most likely go back into China's lap. The Trump administration was exemplary in solving long-standing issues in different regions of the world, be it the Middle East and Abraham Accords, or the very slowly, yet to some extent improving ties among the South Koreans, Japanese and North Koreans. However, all these things are being undone to feed Joe Biden's ego. This will destabilize the region, which was recently stabilized, and the US will lose long-standing allies across the Indo-Pacific. The South Korean leadership already seems frustrated with the new Biden administration, which is trying to implement the Obama-era failed policy vis-a-vis North Korea and undoing all the positive developments that South Korea had made.